Good morning, loves. So, this video came to me because I used to live in a state of why me? Why is this happening to me? Why did things not go my way? Why is my life going the way it's going? And I still have moments of doubt, but I remember that I don't get to decide really too much past the thoughts that pop up in my head and the free will that comes along with it. And what I mean by that is like I used to wonder like why do people always get so offended by how I talk or how I sound? And I realized that I used to come from a place of anger. I used to come from a place of survival. I tended to try to make sense of things through my experience of lack. And when I started realizing that all I had to do was just appreciate where I came from and understand that those were survival tactics that were handed to me, and that I had to learn how to survive out of fear because that's all I was taught, I was able to recognize that love is the simplest way to go. Silence is the simplest way to go because they are in concept simple, but the actual habit of doing them is so much more complicated because it takes daily patience of dealing with other people's lack of understanding that they're living through a fear-based reactionary mentality. If anytime you say, I'm always having conflicts with people, that's how I gotta come at them, that's a reflection of you as well because people think they have to come at you that way. If anytime you feel like you don't get what you want, well, that's because what is it that you want? What are you seeking? Are you trying to validate what you are through what someone else has? Or are you actually going out and making it applicable to your life so that you attain it for yourself, so that you don't ever have the need of yearning and wanting and lusting after something that doesn't belong to you? These are conceptual things that we have to take into account as we grow and we work through our shadow work. Because as we see where we came from and we see who imprinted us, we're able to take back the power and say, that's not my energy. That doesn't belong to me. That's not where I belong anymore. And I don't have to accept it. I don't have to be around it. And I definitely energetically don't have to absorb it. So what I mean by this is when you have a moment of a misunderstanding or a misinterpretation, instead of looking around at the closest thing to you to seek blame or put some type of that's the reason this is happening, reflect back to, what did I do today that got me to this place? What free will choices did I make to get me to this point of misunderstanding myself? Because really when you see some frustration in someone else or you're not understanding where they're coming from and then we're being reactionary and our emotions are getting to us, that truly means that we have not allowed ourselves to sit in silence and work through some shadow work of the same conditioning that was put on us. It's uncomfortable, but life does begin at the end of our comfort zones, and we really must try to start sitting still and reflecting on why things happen around us versus happening to us, and then we can see that nothing is actually happening to us. We're perpetuating the lives and the energy that we seek. So seek love, seek light, seek balance. It will all come to you guys. All right, I love you. Happy Friday. Mwah.